infiltrated the Democratic National Committee's computer networks and the Clinton campaign's internal emails. With the midterm elections just around the corner, federal, state, and local officials are largely focusing in on cybersecurity to try to make sure that never happens again. Our Washington, D.C. Bureau reporter Samantha-Jo is joining us live with more on what calling a potential blind spot.
Well, Tammy, the lessons of the post-2016 presidential election really raised awareness about digital security. State governments have received about $380 million to safeguard their systems, but candidates and campaigns are largely on their own.
And in general, the techniques that work and have worked will continue to be tried.
Even with increased awareness about digital security post-2016, some say candidates and campaigns are still vulnerable to hackers.
But at least from my perspective, potentially a lack of urgency in thinking about these threats and how to react or respond to them.
Ron Bashar with the cybersecurity firm FireEye says many candidates have yet to implement standard lines of defense to prevent breaches. And one of the biggest threats is still remote access attempts to hack into emails, also known as phishing.
It is attacking individuals in the organization that may be susceptible to clicking on a link or opening an attachment, and that's usually their first, access into the environment.
So why would a foreign actor be looking to hack a candidate or a campaign? Bashar says they're easier targets.
They're bringing usually volunteer resources to a large extent online for a very short period of time. They don't tend to be as sophisticated from an IT security perspective.
In recent weeks, 2 Democratic senators reported that their offices were targets of email attacks. And while these attempts were unsuccessful, experts say the threat is more prevalent than ever.
These activities never stopped after Election Day. They've been ongoing. You have to approach preparedness with the idea that it's not that we're preparing for something that's coming. It's trying to stop what's an ongoing operation.
And when it comes to combating that operation, Bashar says it's relatively simple.
What we're recommending is organizations spend their limited security dollars focused on to, again, drive that close to real-time detection and then kicking those guys out of the environment if they do find an attack ongoing before they can actually steal data, compromise systems, do other damage.
We reached out to the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, and they say they will not detail the specifics when it comes to their cybersecurity efforts, but they do say that they have professionals that are providing training to campaigns to make them recognize some of the severities of these threats. We're live this evening on Capitol Hill. Samantha-Jo, Spectrum News 13.